Crafty Monsters, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous! So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making these cute little tacos. And this is Courtney Chilson design. And it's a Sizzix Bigs die. It's one of those little Bigs die. And they're little tacos, mijo. They're little tacos. So this is what they look like. How cute is that? Now, here's the thing. I know that this is a die, and some of you are probably looking at me right now, and you're probably like, okay, Jesse, so what are you telling me? That in order for me to make these adorable little tacos, I'm going to have to buy this die? And I said to myself, well, no, you don't, my little boo-boo. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in this fabulous tutorial of Jesse's, I'm going to show you how to make this without a die. Wow! Now I'm going to show two versions. I will show you how to make it with the die, and I will show you how to make it without the die. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to probably hate. Because it's just me giving up a secret. But I understand that a lot of people don't have the money to spend. I mean, this is like $26. And so some people are like, okay, well, I can't spend the $26 on just a die. So I totally get that. And so for that reason, I went ahead and I made one with the die, of course, and then I made one without the die. And you can tell which one is the one that I made without the die because he's a little bit bigger. Now, my recommendation would be to glue the little meats and the salads or the lettuce onto this part so that they're a little closer down as a taco versus them sticking out, unless you're like me and you want your tacos to be so damn jam-packed that they have to look like this. I think that's why Chubba made them like this. Oye, mijo, that's why I made them like that, is because I like to have a lot of stuff in my tacos, so I think I just... Anywho. Now, also, one more thing I should say before I continue. I do understand that I did use a circle die to make this. However, this is a 4-inch circle. It's a 4-inch circle. So go around your house with your little ruler. Go around and start measuring anything that's a circle. And look for a circle that's 4 inches. If you find a circle that's 4 inches, my little crafty monsters, trace that out on your construction paper and then follow the rules for this little bad boy. And you guys will be set. So you don't necessarily have to have a die set, a circle die set, in order to make this. You could also just find a 4-inch circle and trace that, and then you could make this little bad boy. So, I know you guys want to get down and dirty with the crafting, so let's get down and dirty, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty, my little crafty monsters. Let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys. So we are going to be making these with the die, and we are also going to be making these without the die. But we are going to use some dies, but like I said earlier, you can go ahead and use circle dies, or you can go ahead and find a circle that's about 4 inches and then go ahead and use that. So I'm just cutting down this cardstock down to where I can go ahead and cut a 4-inch circle off of it. And then I'm going to also use some of that cardstock to make the strip for the middle part to make it into a box. So over here, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Sizzix and my little nesting circles, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out a 4-inch circle. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and use a smaller circle, This is about an inch, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a few of these little meats or tomatoes or whatever you want to call them. I'm like, they look like pepperonis on a taco, but they're not pepperonis. You could also use a paper punch if you have a paper punch that is about an inch. Right here, since we are going to do it by hand, we're just doing these little lettuces. And this is kind of the shape that die already has them cut out in. So I just said, well, I could do those shapes in, freehand. I mean, there's really no perfect way to do them. It's just little, lettuces. So go ahead and just freehand them if you're going to make some of these little lettuce. I'm telling you, it is possible, my little crafty monsters. You do not have to be a artist to make squiggly circles. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. And I will be using my eraser to erase some of the little pencil lines if they are a little bit visible. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and just do like a strip because this will be like my cheese. You guys will see. I know that there is a better way to do this little bad boy, but this is the way I'm doing it. And then I'll erase the lines on that one too. And then once I erase these lines, then I'm going to just cut it down into little tiny strips. You guys will see. So it'll look more like little shredded cheese. Well, it's what we're trying to make it look like. And of course, we're going to go ahead and ink all of the edges on these little bad boys. I also am going to be making another little strip, so that's why I cut that one out. Now we are going to get our score tool, but we also need to cut that little strip for the center box part of this little taco because it's a little treat box. And but we're going to go ahead and ink the edges of these little bad boys right now, I guess. Jesse thought that we were going to start scoring, but I just thought about it and I'm like, I have not even cut that strip yet. So we'll ink this first because I already have this little ink pad right here. So I'm just using like a green and like a yellow, I guess, or who knows what color we're using. We're just trying to darken this. Y'all know what it is. So right here, I'm going to obviously use black soot. I could tell when it's black. And I'm just going to go around these little either pepperonis or tomatoes or whatever you want them to be. We're going to go ahead and go around it just to give them a little shadow effect. And then we're going to use some vintage photo for our little taco shell. That's just to give it a little bit of, dimension and like if it got baked, not fried. We're trying to go the healthy route. So right here, we're going to butt up our circle to the very center. And we're going to go ahead and score that at 1.5 and at 2.5. Now you're going to notice that I am going to score it and then I'm going to fold it and then I end up scoring it again. That is because I didn't check where I was scoring and I was off. So I have to rescore and that will make it be a lot more even. So yeah, so the scoring is at 1.5 and 2.5, my little crafty monsters. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't paying attention. So now this strip, we're going to go ahead and cut it down to, we're going to go ahead and cut it down to 1.25 by 5.25. And then we are going to go ahead and bring out our score tool to score this at 1/4 inch and at 1 inch. Then long ways, we're going to go ahead and score it at 1/2 inch, 1/4, 1 inch and 1/4, sorry, 2 1/4, 3 inches and 1/8, then 4 inches, and then at 5 inches. Sorry. And then afterwards, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut out the little tabs. So your piece should basically look like this. It should be 2 tabs on the center part. Excuse me. And it just reminds me like a little cart, like the bottom of a car. But This is what it should look like. And then just go ahead and cut off the edges from your tabs to turn them into tabs. Right here, you notice that one score line, this score, I'm gonna go ahead and draw these lines out so you can see, but you're gonna notice that at the end, one of these is a lot thicker than the other one. That's the one we're gonna round off. That's gonna be our little flap that's gonna open and close when we build this little box. Then go ahead and just fold everything on the scores. And then you're just gonna glue all the little tabs down. Glue the first tab, the shortest one, not the one that's gonna be to open and close the box, you guys. Be very careful that you don't glue that one down. That is one of the reasons why we rounded off on the end as well, because that's an indication that's where you're gonna open and close. So just go ahead and glue the small little tab down. And then you guys are gonna do a better job than I do. But I didn't really glue this down perfectly, but this will be a cute little box and it will be even. I just was doing this so fast, the glue kind of hardened a little bit too fast and I did it a little uneven, but this was just for the video purpose. You guys take your time when you're gluing this part so it could be an even box. And then there's your tab, you just close it. So now you just made your little box. Now all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just put all our food into our little taco. Now here's a recommendation. I would actually put the food that's going to go on the shell. I would actually glue that before you build your box, just so that all of this food is not sticking up too big, because if you notice right here, it's sticking up a little bit high. But then again, you know, Jesse likes to pile on his stuff on his tacos anyway. He's a little chub. So that's why this taco is going to be a little jam-packed with food, you know, because that's the way a taco should look. Don't be trying to give me no skimpy little taco. I have an appetite. I'm a big boy. I ain't no little boy. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and glue all of these little foods to make it look, you know, like there's food sticking out. And this is what it looks like. Ta-da! I think it's really cute. So right here, I forgot the jalapeno, and I'm going to go ahead and draw out the shape of a jalapeno. And I'm going to, or as I like to call them, jalapenos. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this jalapeno, and I'm going to go ahead and add this to my taco, because there is no taco without a jalapeno. All my little crafty monsters are going to start calling jalapenos jalapenos. All right, so stick this little bad boy on there because you need some heat on this taco. Yes, you do, boo-boo. And then voila. How easy was this little box? ¿Verdad? Ay, qué cute, mijo. So now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, but with our die. And obviously you guys are not going to need me to explain to you guys how to use this die. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm just going to give you the privilege of not hearing my voice, boo-boo. And you will be hearing music on the rest of this tutorial until we come back. I'll see you guys in a bit. Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. That's how easy it was to make these little taquitos. Even with and without the dye. So you guys are able to make these little bad boys. No excuses. I do not want to hear it. I already showed you. I explained to you guys. I need you guys to make me some tacos. So make me some tacos, mijos. And so these are super, super cute. You know they are. You know they are, and you know you're going to try it. I know you are. I know you are. I could feel it. I could feel this is one of those tutorials where my little crafty monsters are going to be like, you know what? That is so darn cute. I'm going to make me one. And so if you do, share it on our Facebook, Paper to Masterpiece. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much, my little crafty monsters, from the bottom of my heart. And stay tuned for more tutorials, because we're always going to keep coming with more tutorials. And share and tell a friend, because your friends also need to know how fabulous these tutorials are. Look, Matthias got tired of making tacos. So that's it, my little crafty monsters. Goodbye.